What's good, guys? It's your boy Jake with Hoop Scoop TV, and today I'm going to tell you guys why Kevin Durant might not be the greatest fit for the Golden State Warriors moving forward. Alright guys, so the Warriors have made it to another NBA Finals, but the road traveled this time was far tougher, with the Rockets taking them to 7 games and really exposing a ton of vulnerabilities in the Warriors offense and defensively. So I'm going to talk about why Kevin Durant might not be the greatest fit for the Warriors offense, but before we get into the video, I want to make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, Jake at Hoop Scoop TV. Our original page got taken down, so if you've been wondering where I was at on Instagram, it's because we had to start a new page. It's called Jake at Hoop Scoop TV. We follow everybody back, and you know it's a great place for us to interact and kind of go back and forth about the game that we all love. So make sure you follow our new Instagram page, Jake at Hoop Scoop TV. All right, guys, so let's jump right into the video. So the Warriors offense this postseason has looked great at times, but the same can be said for how poor they've looked offensively at times as well. Now, don't get me wrong, Kevin Durant is one of the top 2 players in the world, and he can do pretty much everything out on the floor you want offensively. But by not playing the Warriors' way, they have opened themselves up to be a little bit more vulnerable in this playoff run. So the first thing that I really want to talk about is Durant's isolation ball. It kind of goes against everything the Warriors do well, which is ball movement, running off picks, and really just getting open shots in transition. So isolation, especially in the end of game situations, kind of makes our offense stall and goes against the Warriors' way. So let's take a look at this next play. So right off the bat, 2 things jump off the page to me that are wrong with this play already before Durant even gets into his shooting motion. The first thing that's really wrong with this picture is how far Durant is away from the basket. And the second thing that really jumps off the page is where the shot clock is right now, 4.3 seconds. So already you got 2 things against you before he even gets into his motion. Now Durant makes an incredible shot on this play, but regardless, it's still bad offense, and it's not the way the Warriors play. The Warriors offense is truly something to be seen. When Kevin Durant gets in these modes where he feels like he needs to take the game over, the ball just stops moving, and that's not what you want to see out of your superstar player. I think the second thing that I really need to talk about is Kevin Durant's shot selection, especially in this playoff run and especially against the Rockets. You know, if you just looked at the box scores, people might think that Kevin Durant had a really good series, a really efficient series, but his shot selection was not very good throughout the entirety of the series, and that's one of the reasons why the Rockets were able to push them to 7 games. Let's take this play for example. KD gets the ball out on the perimeter with Clint Capella all over him late in the shot clock once again, and you can see a clear hand in his face, but his ability at 6'11" to shoot over that is just one of the things that makes him special, but it doesn't necessarily make it a good shot. When you think about KD, you think about one of the most versatile offensive scoring threats that you've ever seen in NBA history. A guy that at 6'11" can handle like a guard, but shoot over anybody. And one of the big reasons why KD chose Golden State over Oklahoma City was because he wanted to get away from isolation type offense. He didn't want to have to shoulder the whole load offensively. And with the Warriors, he has the ability to get wide open look after wide open look because you got 2 of the best shooters ever known to mankind on your team in Klay Thompson and Steph Curry that can really stretch the floor. So what I'd really like to see KD start doing is just get his offense through offensive actions. That means flare cuts, on-ball picks, kickouts, transition threes, stuff that can create easy shots for him and get away from the isolation basketball. Let's take this next play for example for the Warriors of good offense when using KD's size and scoring ability. So the Warriors get the switch and automatically throw it into Kevin Durant because he got the smaller Eric Gordon defending. So as you see KD start to go into a shooting motion, there's really nothing Eric Gordon can do at this point because KD at 6'11" could just shoot right over him. As we watch it again, this is just great situational awareness to exploit the smaller defender and get KD an easy open look. So if I were Kevin Durant, I'd really try to let the game come to me and get my shots within the flow of the Warriors offense. Obviously only going ISO when you get a switch or a mismatch on a smaller defender. All right, enough with the X's and O's. So the last thing that I really want to touch on is obviously the Warriors have the best starting 5 in the league. They got KD, they got Steph, they got Klay, and obviously they got Draymond. But is this really enough to win in today's modern NBA when we just watched the Rockets take them to 7 games, and with a healthy CP3, they probably would have beat the Warriors at home in Game 7. Now, I'm just speculating here, but what if CP3 didn't get hurt? Were the Rockets truly a better team than the Warriors? And if the Rockets truly were a better team, and we just watched a blueprint on how to beat the greatest team ever assembled, what's the next move for the Warriors? Do they have to deepen their bench? Do they have to get rid of one of their stars to bring in more assets? And if you are the Warriors and you have to make one of these tough decisions on who has to go and who needs to stay, for me, it's got to be Kevin Durant. And it's not about me liking or disliking Kevin Durant at all. I think Kevin Durant's one of the top 2 players in the world today, but the NBA is a business, and the Warriors bench is just not good enough right now, and their role players are just not good enough right now to get them where they need to be. And we watched it in the Rockets series last series. The Rockets were the better team top to bottom. So let's look at it this way: risk versus reward. You trade away Kevin Durant, you still get to keep Steph, Klay, and Draymond happy, but you're bringing in an absolute king's ransom, because I guarantee you there's a GM in this league that would trade away all of their assets just to get the second best player in the world, which is Kevin Durant. And if you're able to get a king's ransom and pair that with Steph, Klay, and Draymond, you still probably have the best team in the NBA. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but I am saying the Warriors, as currently constructed, are vulnerable, and they have shown weaknesses. And I just truly believe we watched a team in the Rockets with a healthy CP3 that was better than them. So they have to think of a backup plan, a plan B. And what that plan B is, I don't know, but if it were me, I would try to get the most out of my most valuable asset, which is Kevin Durant. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. If you like this video, you're gonna want to smash that like button, because we're putting out great content each and every week. And if you're new to Hoop Scoop TV, you're definitely gonna want to subscribe, because we run everything here off of your guys' requests. So you definitely want to head down to the comment section down below and request a video, and I'll definitely put one up for you. You guys are the real MVPs, as KD would say. We out.